So it's been quite a while since I worked on this project, and actually when I started working back on it again, I forgot some of the what exactly was going on. So I'm making a video to show everything so far that's been done, that I've created, and then start off from where I left off after this video. So I'm first going to start off with the inventory. And I made this as basic as I possibly can by just giving myself raw meat, because that will be coming from probably deer. So I won't be able to get that yet because I don't have the animal yet. 3 wood and 1 stone to make a hatchet. And this is probably what someone would start the game with. But first, the inventory I can drag, and I don't have my mouse is kind of loud, so you're gonna have to excuse that. But I can drag inventory around, bring it to the hotbar, anywhere in the hotbar, bring it back to the inventory. I can right click and drop items, and it'll drop a bag, and then I can pick it back up. But picking it back up right now, it has the animation from the bush harvest, and I think it still has the sound, but that will change. But if I pick it back up, it tells me here on the left 3 wood, and it adds the wood back into inventory. So the inventory is pretty, I can split stack and it'll split it. There's 10 each. If I split this again, there'll be 5 of each. I can drag it back, stack it back on top of each other. So it's pretty, if there's 3 of them, you split stack, it'll split it 2-1. And then of course you can split that again, drag it anywhere you want, and then add it back. And so I do have crafting set up. I set it up over here. It has the advanced workbench, and then there's the regular workbench and cooking pot. There's the forge and storage. Now I have these here. I'm going to actually craft them, but I have them here just for now. So basically you would need, you could use the player inventory to craft like wood, found, you know, when you're doing the building, but you would need to use the bench to do stone, and then the advanced bench to do metal. So I did the crafting. I'm going to get back to that, but I had to do that in order to, what I want to go over next is the hotbar here, the 8 different hotbar keys. So I'm going to go to my crafting, and I'm going to craft a hatchet here. I have 3 wood and 1 stone. I can change these ingredients to whatever I want. You know, I'm just doing this mostly for testing. So I'll go ahead and craft that. And it shows your crafting takes 3 seconds. May change that too. And now I have one in the inventory. So the next part I want to go over is the hotbar. So basically I can move this to the hotbar. And by hitting whatever, so if I hit 1, I'll equip the axe. Hit 1, I'll de-equip it. And also, so I can harvest the harvesting system. So if I come here to harvest this bush, it'll give me berries. The bush has berries as well as a leaf. Sometimes it's random what you get. So once I have those berries, I can use the hotbar function again. You can see my health and food is at 86 and 87. So if I press number 2 where the berries are, it'll recover. It jumped to 88, 89, and I think it has at least a water overtime effect as well as an instant. So it has like an instant food and then water over time, and then once I get to the meat, I think I have it instant food also. So this hotbar I can move, you know, if it's in number 6, I would just hit number 6 and it will consume the item. So basically this hotbar will do whatever. If it's a weapon, it'll equip it. If it's a consumable, it will consume the item. It'll do whatever is in the slot. So since I put a lot of trees and rocks out here, because I don't know how much equipment is going to take me to make, I think for the building, I think I have everything set to like 2 or 3 wood. It's obviously going to use more than that, but just for testing purposes. So if I equip the axe and I could chop the tree down, the noise, it's going to be different for each weapon, and then it will be different for each. Like it'll have a different sound on the rock. But right now, the hatchet and the axe is set up with a certain sound. So if I harvest this tree, when I click it, you see on the left it's adding wood to my inventory. So right now I have 5 wood. If I click it again, I got 6 more, so I'll have 11. There's 11 total now. And I click it again, 7. I think after the 3rd hit, it chops the tree, or 4. So it has 4 hits, and then the tree will fall down. And once the tree falls down, it'll dissolve basically here in a little bit. I think I set it to 15 seconds, and there it goes. So again, I'll chop down a couple more of these trees to get some resources. And then when I come to hit the rock, I'm gonna make depending on what tool you have equipped, it'll give you more items. So the rock, you need a pickaxe to get more. So I'm gonna craft a pickaxe, but in order to craft it, I need stone and a leaf. So see, right now it still has the same sound as the tree, but it will change. It's gonna change eventually. So if I look, that gave me 20 rock, and then the iron I'll need for ignites here in a little bit. So now in order to craft it, I just need a tropical leaf. So the leaves and berries are random, so I hope I can get a leaf from here. So there. Okay, so I did get 1 leaf from this one. Yep, so I got the 1 leaf now. I got the stone, I got the wood, so I should be able to craft the pickaxe now. So if I click on that, I can craft it. So it put it here in my inventory. I'm gonna drag it here to number 2. And now instead of, I can quit the axe, but now that I have the pickaxe, I'll use it on the rocks because it gives me more resources. And you can hear its sound is different from when the hatchet hits it. So like if let's just finish that one out. So if you hear the pickaxe hit, and then if I equip the hatchet, it has a different sound. And you see how I'm getting 7 stone, 4 stone, 7 stone, 1 ore. Then if we use the pickaxe, 6, 5, I'm getting more ore, a little more ore. The stone still looking, I might have this set as hatchet, but it needs to be the pickaxe. So that's pretty much the harvesting. It'll be, there will be animals where I can get meat and stuff from later. So now I'm going to go into the crafting. And again, I have these here, but I can actually, to start off, you would go to your player inventory, crafting. And I think I have, okay, so I have the first workbench here. So I'll craft it. And that'll put it here in the inventory. And I can drag it. Let me take this deal. So I could set it. I actually have to have a foundation to set it. So that's kind of why when I started, I basically redid this project. So I don't have the foundation set up yet. So I think the cooking pot is the only one I can actually, yeah, I can craft it because it can be placed. It doesn't have to be placed on the ground. So since it doesn't have to be placed on the ground, see, I could place it. So I placed it so you can craft, you'll be able to craft the crafting bench, which is this one, the advanced crafting bench. You'll be able to craft all of the stations that you need eventually. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the building. So once you craft, you can craft. In order to build, you'll have to craft. So let me get rid of this. And you can drop it from the hotbar too. It doesn't have to be in the inventory. So I'll just drop that. I won't need that. My food, and when you craft, you do get experience. So part of the leveling system, every time you level up, you'll get a skill point. So I'm level 2 now, and this will flash to let you know. But once you use your skill point, so if I increase my food, right now it's 61 out of 100, but if I increase it, right now I have it set to increase by 50 every time. So it went up to 150. So I can use these berries there to increase it. So now I'm gonna go into crafting. I'm gonna start off just crafting the wood. So the wood I have set up, I believe I can craft it from this inventory or from the crafting bench. So, and I wish I didn't put that there. So the advanced crafting bench, if I click on the crafting, so once I open it, it opens this and it lets me know it's the advanced workbench. From here I can craft the stone or the metal. So the tiers because the buildings are destructible, wood is the weakest, and then stone, and then metal. So from the advanced crafting bench, I can craft any of those. From this crafting bench, you can only craft the wood ones. So you would need the advanced crafting bench in order to craft stone or metal. And then see where it says required level? I'll set the required level. So the stone and the wood and metal is going to be at a higher level. Then we have the cooking pot, which in order to light it, you have to put ore in it. So if I open this up, if I light it, if you take a look, it's not lit. So I think I already have some ore. I have ore in inventory, so I can light this. And again, it's been a while. I don't know if I need to. Can't remember if I have to. Oh, I need wood also. So if let's see here. It's good because I'm running out of food anyway. So I think I have to put the ore and the wood in here. And then I light it. So now you can see it's lit. It'll stay lit. It does use resources. So if I let's say I take this wood out. So it's out right now. It's out of fuel. So it'll automatically turn off when it runs out of fuel. But if I leave the fuel in there, and let me see if this, so it only needs wood. So if I leave the fuel in there, it'll keep burning. And right now you can see it has 91 wood in there. And it'll slowly drain the wood as it burns. And eventually once the wood runs out, or you take the wood out, it'll automatically turn off. So that you see it drop to 90 now. So it uses, I think it uses 1 wood every 15 seconds. And I believe I can cook meat in here. So I think like every 15 seconds it turns the meat into cooked meat. Yeah, so now I have 1 cooked meat. So that's basically how the cooking pot works. Every 15 seconds it will cook another piece of the meat. So there, now I have 2. It did use the wood. If I take the wood out, the fire is going to extinguish itself because it's going to run out of fuel here in a second. So there it goes. Okay, so now I have the meat. Now this meat, I believe it restores food, water, and health. So right now I'm at 48 food and 80 water. I'm gonna consume one of these. And yeah, so it increased my food, and it's increasing it over time also. You can see it going up 59, 60s. If I eat another one, instantly it gives me 5, and then 66, 67, 68. So it gives me 5 instant, and then I believe it's 5 or 10 over time. the forge, it works similar. Right now, in order to light it, it has to have fuel. Once it has fuel, I can light it. And I can put the ore in to make iron ingots. So if I put the ore in here, which you need the ingots in order to craft the advanced crafting bench. So if you wait every 15 seconds, it gives me the iron ingots here. Every 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And if I leave and come back, can't remember if it makes it on its own or not. I think we had one in there. Let's see. Let me give it a little bit of time. I'll come back. Yeah, so it's automatically cooking it. There's 2 there. So let me just leave it there and I'll see. It should stay burning as long as it has wood in it. And then the storage system. Right now, you can go up to the storage. Opens up the storage. I can store, you know, whatever in the storage. This little, this little bar, the little bar there, that's because the meat can expire. It will get sour if you don't use it. So that's what those little bars are for. So the storage, I have it set up to where I could just back away, let it close by itself. In the course, you basically have to close it and leave it, but I like to just run away. I don't like to stay there, so I switched that myself. So if I open it, it still has in the storage. I can take back out of the storage whatever I want. So that's pretty much it on that. Go back to the forge here, and we got 6, so we can let that go while we're doing things. So if let me see. Actually, I'm not even going to leave the wood in here because I'm going to need it for building. So I'll take this out. It's going to cut off by itself because it's out of fuel here in just a second. Once it burns that last piece of wood, it'll turn off. There it goes. Okay, so that's basically the crafting system. Obviously, I can set these up wherever I want, change the recipes wherever I want, change the required level to make the recipes, make whatever ingredients I want the recipes to have. So now I'm going to get into the building. So let me get this because I don't want to run out. If you run out of food and water, your health will slowly start to deteriorate and if you don't get more food and water, you'll end up dying. So I'm going to do the building now. I'm going to start with the foundation here. I'm going to craft 6 of these. And when I craft, I do get XP. You know, right now I have it set to 50 because I want it to level up to add more of these. So I can level up my health, water, just so I can test it and not run out. So I crafted, I don't know how many I crafted already. So I have 3. And you can hit the crafting. You could go back to the inventory and you'll see when it's done crafting. It adds it into the inventory. Okay, so I have my 6 foundation. I'm gonna make 3 walls here. Okay, so I'm out of wood. I hope I don't run out of wood. It won't let me craft it. You can see if I try to craft this, it says can't craft, so I know I'm out of wood. So I'm gonna get my hatchet here and go get some more wood. And these little lines you see, I have the line trace set. Those will, it's just a debug type thing, those will go away. So I'm just going to increase the food and water here. And I'm just going to make some meat so I don't run out. I use this one I built. Oh crap. Well, I just destroyed it. You can destroy structures too if you hit them. So it wasn't opening because I had a hatchet equipped. So now let me. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna go get berries to running out of this. And these will respawn. They're not set up yet to respawn, so if I run out, that's all I'm gonna have. And let it do one more. Okay, so far I've crafted so far I've crafted the foundation and one wall. Let me get 2 more walls. Okay, so I have a total of 3 walls now. So I'm gonna start building the house. Okay, so to use it, I just have to press 1, have it on whatever hotbar slot it's on. Okay, and actually before I do the walls, I need to build a ramp. I'm just going to build 1 because I'm getting low on resources here. So I'll put the ramp up. And then I can put the walls. I'm going to do walls in the back. Well, actually, man, I was going to make that the back. Okay, so okay, I got the walls up. Now I need, I want to do windows. So I'm going to do the window wall. 1, 2, 3. I'll do 3 window walls. No, 4. I need 5. And then I'm only going to make 1 window to show you all what it's like. I'll make more if I end up having more resources. So I need the door, and then that's the door frame and the actual door. So now I have 5 window walls. There's a window to door. So let me put the door here, and no, put the door in there. So I'll put it does get dark in here, so that's why I'm trying to put windows there. I'm gonna put 1 there. So the window, basically the windows will go in. You know, I'm not gonna put those in yet. Let me put another wall here. I got 40 wood left. And checking my food and water. Okay, so put a wall here. Alright, so the doors are interactable. So I can either open it. So far, so now let me put the roof. Oh, before I put the roof, it gets dark. So I'm gonna make some torches. And again, these recipes, thank God I only made that 1 wood for testing. But the recipes for these, I'm gonna change quite a bit. But for testing, I made them just 1 wood. Wish I would have made everything else. How many is that? 4. Okay, so I got some torches here I'm gonna put up. And then I want to put 2 outside here. So under door frames, you can put them on both sides. So I got 1 left, which... So now I'm gonna build the roof. So if I go to crafting, I need the wall left, the triangle top, I need 2 of these. And then the wall right, I need 2 of these. inventory. I got enough of both of these, so I can now put that, switch that, perfect, here, and switch to the other one. Now I'm gonna light the torches because once I put the roof on, it gets dark in here. So I'll come here, light the torch. Oh. And even with these, it might still be, I'll probably make lights or something, maybe, or make the torches brighter. So now the roof, I need what, 3 on each side, 22 wood left. Yeah, I'll make these 3 of them. So I got 6 of them. Put that on. There we go. Okay, so now the roof is up. Now I want to make a bed. I got 4 wood left, and it's just enough. I'm gonna craft this bed. And there's stairs too. I'm not gonna make them right now, but I'll put this bed in here. Right there. So we got the bed. And then I'll light the outside here. And oh. So there we go, we got the house. Windows, is there any trees left? One, two, three, 4 windows. Okay, so I crafted 4 more windows, and there's stairs, there's a half wall where I could do like a balcony. I can make this 2 stories. There's a lot of different things I could do, but I just wanted to get the basic in here. We'll put these windows in. So now it has all the windows. Basic little house here. Now, I can destroy this by either with the hatchet. So if I was to beat this wall, say with the hatchet, right now I have it set at 1,000 health. I'll show you with the hatchet first. I'll speed the rest of this up. Okay, so, and I'm messing around with the health, basically how much damage it's going to take to knock down, say, the wood wall versus the stone wall versus the metal wall. Plus, there's gonna be a rocket launcher too. I'm gonna have, so it'll be easier to destroy these. But I got the health down to basically 1 or 2 more hits. So if you're destroying it, basically versus like with melee, once you hit it, and there's gonna be tiers of axe and hatchets too. There'll be a stone, maybe a steel or metal, and they'll be able to do more damage. But once you hit it, it'll probably, so the next one's gonna destroy this. So it destroys it and it falls down the roof and everything. So I can also destroy this. So there's basically gonna be like clans or guilds or whatever, they can destroy their own by going up to it. And I can just, instead of having the hatchet, I could just hold X to demolish this, and there's a little timer, and then it demolishes it. I'll put this on my hand. Alright, so the other thing is the armor, player armor, which I don't know if I can craft that yet. I haven't set it up, and I don't think I have. At this point, it's not going to matter. Let me see. Oh, I do have it. Perfect. So the armor, you can see a preview of the guy right here in the window. If I add a shirt on, it'll equip the shirt. Pants, equips pants. There's boots, equips the boot, and then helmet. You can hit other players, so I can play this in multiplayer here. I may put that here at the end. And depending on how much armor they have, it'll reduce, the damage. So if a basic axe does 50 damage and he has a shirt on, it may do 45 damage. And if he has a shirt and a pants, it may do 35 and boots. So the more armor, the less reduction. And these little bars on the armor, once they hit 0, the armor will break and it'll just break off of them. And then real quick, the last thing is the rifle. This is where I basically left off with. So I was able to test out everything. Everything seems to still be working. So the rifle, and I'm about out of food, so you can actually see how it starts decreasing health. If I have no food, it'll decrease health. If I have no food and water, it'll decrease it even faster. So the rifle is where I left off and where I'll pick up starting with the next videos. It's going to have a clip. Right now it has 30 in here, so I can fire this. You can do semi-automatic, but it is full automatic. So if you just hold it down, it does full automatic. It doesn't have damage yet, but I think this is going to be able to damage buildings also. So, and you can see the clip is 12 out of 30 left right here in number 4. You can see the 12 out of 30, and once it hits 0, it's out. You won't have any more. So I'm going to start with the next video, probably with the clip and reloading, and then it's going to go into there's going to end up being a bow, and there'll be some enemy AIs or animals and stuff like that. We'll be able to harvest deer for meat, wolf maybe for fur. I'll just make up recipes. I can harvest a wolf or a bear or something for fur, and then create armor with that, and then use the meat to cook and stuff like that. But basically, so far, this is where I left off, and you can see my health is now draining. So I can either, if I'm being attacked by an animal, that can decrease my health. Other players can decrease the health, and if you run out of food and water, it'll decrease health. So I just wanted to do a video, especially if I ever go a little ways. It will remind me of what I have set up so far. But so far in the game, this is pretty much it. It's going to end up being a huge map that is procedurally created. As you run, it creates the map. There'll be trees. Every tree, every rock will be harvestable. Every bush, will be harvestable. Maybe every bush. I don't know. I'm going to do that yet. You'll be able to craft. There'll be different crafting stations. You'll be able to build and pretty much a lot more. It's a basic survival game.